Hi everybody, Matt Sorensen with Coldwell Banker, and I'm here to talk more about my Forever Home program. And I brought in one of my trusted team members to help you and families place loved ones in assisted living. And so I brought Jeff Chapman. Hello, Jeff.
Hey, Matt.
Jeff and I have been friends for a long time, and he is somebody that I absolutely trust. And Chapman Senior Solutions.
That is correct.
That is your company. So
Don't say it 10 times fast.
right? Exactly. I want you to tell potential clients what they can expect through this process. I know it's confusing and I know it's tough, and this is a huge move for some people. You come in, I introduce you to one of my clients who needs your services. What's the next steps?
Absolutely. Well, the first step is learning what their needs are. What is it exactly that they're looking for? And Matt, you're absolutely correct. It's a scary situation. And no one says, I want to move into an assisted living. Like, that's not in our game plan typically. And so when that does happen, when a fall happens or when some sort of illness happens, and that at some point when you age, you will have some care needs. When that happens, it's a stressful situation. What I do, Matt, is, and a lot of people don't realize that I'm a free service for these families. And that's very beneficial because I'm very hand-holding through the process. So I work with a lot of family members, whether it be their children or the residents themselves. I do a lot of work with power of attorneys as well as fiduciaries. And I do a lot of that hand-holding with them. But it's really important that we get whatever community that we're looking for right the first time.
Right.
I do that through learning and having conversations with them and learning about their needs. What is it they're like? And I'll even learn about what their hobbies are and what their activities are, because a lot of these communities are like cruise ships.
Yeah.
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, they're amazing, and people don't realize how awesome they are. So at any rate, I do a full intake form with them. I spend a good amount of time learning their needs and what their likes are, and how we can best put them in a situation, Matt, where they can thrive and have a quality of life.
Yeah.
Okay?
Absolutely. I love it. And we drove here together.
Yeah.
And I heard you talking to a potential client.
Yes.
I mean, it's really amazing. Your care, what you do for them. I was shocked at some of the questions, like how in-depth you got.
Yeah.
I mean, you really get personal with them. But your bedside manner is amazing, and that's why I'm so lucky to have you on my team as a referral source in such a confusing time for somebody that there's so many options, right? And talk to me a little bit about the expenses.
Yeah, so the expenses in the sense that what it costs typically.
Yeah, what's a typical cost to go into assisted living? And I
So-
know there's a wide gamut.
Absolutely, there's a wide gamut. So it is expensive, okay, and it's usually private pay, unless someone has long-term care insurance, okay? But what do I mean by that? Well, it all depends, Matt, on what their care needs are. So when you're dealing with assisted living, whether it be a community, a large community that has all the activities, a memory care, a board and care, which is like a 6-bed residential home.
Yeah.
You probably drive by them all the time on the way home and don't realize they're there, but they're absolutely amazing. These residential care facilities have two things. They have the rent, okay, and then the care. You put those two things together, and that's your monthly outflow every month. So it all depends on that care. If you're independent, you're just paying for your rent.
Got it.
And at that point, it's not as expensive. You could probably get something in the $3,000 a month range.
Okay.
Once we start adding that care,
Yeah.
it starts to go up from there. Obviously, there's nicer communities, but one thing I do is make sure that whichever community we're going to, we make sure that if it's care that it's the number one priority for someone who needs it, that we find the right place with the right care that can handle them.
Perfect.
If they don't need care and they want the activities and they want to do everything else, then we find that community. And so that's really what I do. You brought up, there's a lot of options. I help families weed out all of the white noise that's out there on the internet. And I send an email out with a list of my top 5 communities for them, for that scenario. They don't need to go look and spend a lot of time on it. So it's a huge time saver for families.
Bottom line, your service is free.
Yes.
And you take out all the confusion, you guide them, you care about them, and that's why we have you. So
Yeah.
with the Forever Home program, Jeff service is free. We have tax support, we have moving support, we have trust support. We make it a one-stop shop for seniors, and I'm so glad to have you on the team, Jeff.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Matt,
it.
thanks, man. Appreciate
All
it.
right,
This is
please
great.
call if you have any more questions. And my number is 858-204-6288, and we're looking to talk to you soon if you need our help.